So I wanted to make this video because some random YouTube comment really changed my look on an artist. So at the beginning of the year, I'd never really given Frank Ocean a whole lot of attention. I knew a few of his songs, but I didn't really care enough to take a deep dive into his discography. And then I saw a YouTube comment and someone said if I could go back in time and listen to Blond for the first time from start to end, that would mean the world to me. I read that comment and I thought, okay, so someone would be really grateful for the fact that they could listen to someone's album from start to end for the first time again, and I haven't listened to it from start to end, which to me felt like a little bit of a challenge. Let's see if it's worth the hype that this random person has built it up to be. Now, I love music, so I decided to grab Blond and hit play in my garage, totally isolated with this big speaker, and right when I hit play on the album, my mind exploded, and this is why. The very first track, Nikes, it had this bass hit and this really low rumbling sound to it. And then all of a sudden it had this double bass hit. And it sounded super irregular and weird to me, but I wasn't sure if I was just hearing things. Like, I wasn't sure what to think. I was pretty confused about the whole thing. So I kept listening, and then I heard it again, and it was this weird irregular double hit. And it was enough to keep me interested in the song. It was enough to not make me immediately turn off the album and go, this isn't my kind of thing. I was like wanting more. And then this weird screechy voice started singing about Nikes and how these bitches want Nikes. And I wasn't sure whether I liked it, so I kind of kept up with it. And then as soon as I was starting to get bored of it, it switched. And I was kind of into it. And I kept listening to the album and listening to the album. And then I came across the song Nights. And I'd heard about Nights before, but I'd never really known it. I knew that there was a beat switch in it that I was going to go absolutely crazy for and that everyone loved. And then I learned what the beat switch meant in Nights. Now, if you guys don't know about the album Blonde, it's an hour long. It's exactly an hour long. Beat switch is the exact halfway point in the album. It's at the 30-minute mark, and it separates the first half of the album from the second half of the album. And when you start to get into songs like White Ferrari and Godspeed, you really start to appreciate the emotion that Frank Ocean puts behind his music. And the emotion in Nights, and in Ivy, and in Pink and White. And next thing you know, you're a fan of every single one of the songs on his album. And as soon as I stopped with Blonde, I started on Channel Orange, which is his first project. And if I'm being honest, Channel Orange kicks Blonde's ass. Channel Orange isn't as emotional to me, it's more creative. And that's what Frank Ocean is. Frank Ocean's creative. Frank Ocean isn't the type of artist that you're going to be dancing to, but what Frank Ocean does do is he opens your mind. You know when you listen to Purple Rain by Prince and you have all these different emotions going on inside of your head because Prince has clearly sat in a studio and just been absolutely insanely creative? That's what Frank Ocean does. And I don't want to try and oversell the album too much. I don't want to oversell an artist too much because at the end of the day, you're just going to listen to him if you're interested in listening to him. But just my opinion, I went and took a random leap of faith and decided to buy into the hype that everyone else had built up for an artist because of one YouTube comment. So I decided to make a YouTube video because if I can be persuaded and my mind can be changed through one YouTube comment, I think someone's opinion can change through one YouTube video. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.